Welcome to Spark Talk, the podcast for moms who accidentally lost themselves and are now on a mission to find the girl they were before. I'm Bree, and every week we're talking real motherhood, identity crisis, and the little things that bring us back to life, because you're more than just mom. And she's still there, I promise. Today, this is super fun for me. We have Ciaran on the podcast, and I have to share really quickly how I know Ciaran. I have a 3-year-old son. He's the sweetest, but also can be the sassiest. He is just, he can be a type A if he wants. So he does a gymnastics class, little like, I don't even know if it's like mommy and me. Anyways, doesn't matter. He does a gymnastics class. There's a little girl in the class named Scout. They become really good friends, but also they sometimes aren't friends.
Absolutely not.
They would like go in the corner and we would see them like fighting each other because they both like to be right. They're amazing. Their personalities will serve them well.
Both alphas, for sure. Both
yes.
the line leader, both the large
The
in
line
charge.
leader.
Both will run empires one day.
They
no
wanted to go on that
asked.
trampoline first.
Yes,
okay?
they will rule the world. We're just teaching them how to
And
rule
we
the
love
world.
that, but we would also find ourselves apologizing to each other. So anyways, we became friends, mom friends. After a little while, Scout and Ciaran weren't there anymore. Burgess continued going to that class, and we just kind of lost touch. I'm scrolling Instagram a couple months ago, come across this face, can't figure out how I know this girl. And I know her. I know deep in me that I know her, but I can't figure it out. I kind of give up. She pops up again. Long story short, after much thinking, I see Scout, her daughter, her adorable daughter, and I realize who Ciaran is, but Ciaran has this light in her now that she didn't have when I knew her. It's been, like a year?
Yeah. You were like right at the tail end.
And it is true. I mean, I feel like Ciaran's done an amazing job on social media of showing her journey and showing before and afters and all the details of everything in her life this past little while. But I was truly taken back just seeing the version of you now. So it was an instant, I want to ask her to be on this podcast. Because obviously I have had times, and I think everyone has, where you lose yourself. And for me, that's been motherhood, right? That's been something that's been hard for me about motherhood. I love being a mom, but sometimes I feel like I lose myself in it. I think Ciaran has felt that as well, but in a different way. Will you just share your perspective, your story a little bit?
Yes.
For people that don't know you.
Yes. Okay, tiny backstory, backtracking a little bit. I'm a Provo girl, born and raised. I was 4 of 6 kids, so I kind of was like, I'm a loud, rowdy girl, okay? Very bubbly, very outgoing, a little bit rambunctious, for sure a little bit out of control sometimes. And, grew up in Provo. Honestly, went on a mission and got married. Like, I kind of followed the track. Like, my family wasn't exactly super active in the church at all, but I just did what my friends were doing.
Yeah,
so went to church. Yeah. Like, then I went to my year of college, and like, my friends were going on missions. It was right when the age change happened, and so I went on a mission. Yes. And I just thought that was the right thing to do. Yeah. But while I was like on a mission, I kind of lost that spark, like that zest. Like, I was trying so hard to be like this perfect Relief Society sister, this perfect Provo girl. And when I say that, I mean, speak softly, is well composed, is like an observer, a quiet follower.
Yeah. Don't be too much.
Don't be too much. Probably a bomb sourdough maker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just love to bake.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is a thing with a lot of missionaries too. We all don't know what we're doing. So we're all just copying everyone else who doesn't know what you're doing. And I completely lost a lot of that like fun spark. Because I thought it was rowdy. I thought it was irreverent. So I get home and I get married with that same... I got home, and let me be so real. This is one thing about... Did you grow up in Provo?
I did. I grew up in Washington State. My husband grew up in Orem. Okay. But my family has always been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So I understand the culture very well.
Yes. When did you move here?
For college. So I'm old now. I've lived here, 14 years. Yeah. So I've been here a while.
Okay. And you're so cute. I'm sure, like, was your dating situation when you got to BYU just, like, dates every night? Like, going out to dinner?
Dates. Yes. Lots of dates.
Yes. You kind of... Okay. I kind of have to bring this up. And maybe it's, like, a little bit touchy to bring up.
No,
but when you grow up in Provo and you're... I mean, when I was in college, I wasn't even that cute, but I was cute enough, okay?
I'm sure you
I got asked out on dates all the time, and you kind of end up getting, like, this royal princess treatment. Like, one night you're going to the jazz game, the other time you're going on the boat, you're going on a helicopter ride. Like,
I mean, dates are just so common here.
Yes.
But they kind of have to up their game.
Yes. And I feel like I just, like... was just used to the princess treatment.
Yeah.
So when I came home, I didn't understand. Like, I knew what my list was for someone that I was going to marry.
Totally.
But I didn't know how to do the emotional part. I didn't know how to pour into someone emotionally. Because here I am just getting princess treatment everywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You didn't need to.
Yes. And so I got married. Kind of was this, like, reserved, strict... missionary. Got married so fast after my mission, and I just found this guy who was honestly an amazing guy to this day. Great guy. Checked all my boxes that I had. Great provider, good friend, good person, good morals, was a business owner, taught me how to run a business, taught me all these things, but I didn't make sure that him and I had like connection, like proper communication. And so this like horrible storm of like spending a lot of time pretending to be something I wasn't. And I wasn't pretending. I just really wanted to be this perfect.
I think we've all been there.
I just wanted to be that good like Mormon mom. I don't know how to say it any other way. And so I got married while I was in that mindset. And unfortunately, he never got to meet like the crazy, fun, outgoing Ciaran. And the more I progressed down this like path, the harder it was to get back to me. Like, I didn't even remember what it felt like to be fun. And like when I would try, he didn't know that part of me. And
so whoa,
it was just kind of like a hard like it just wasn't like, it just never like connected. And I just felt as I continued, the longer and longer my marriage went on, I just felt like I like continued down this path of trying to be this person that I wasn't, when I knew in my heart very quickly, very early on, that like sparkly Ciaran, I call her, like I always joke about how I got my sparkle back. She just like wasn't home anymore. And the more I progressed, the more I realized like this isn't like, I don't have a way to turn back. And like unfortunately, like I didn't have the tools. When I got married, I didn't have like the tools to like, how do I say this? I feel like
to really understand probably even that's what was going on,
or what my needs were. Like you're so young, you're just fresh off of mission, like you don't even know what you want to be when you grow up.
You knew it was unauthentic to you.
Yes.
But pinpointing that is really hard, especially when you're already married. You have a child.
Yes.
You're just trying to figure out how to be your best in that world.
100%.
In that situation. But
yes.
It didn't feel good to you.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Backing up a tiny bit, on my mission, I had started to experience some symptoms of OCD.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what that was. Like, I just remember, like, having to read my scriptures for, like, an hour straight mm-hmm. to feel okay. Or, like, having to talk to X amount of people. Or drinking my water in sips of 8. And I just had anxiety my whole mission. Like, I felt like I was unworthy to be there. I felt like I didn't repent enough times before I showed up. So mm-hmm. I, like, already had, like, started on this path of, like, self-rejection, mm-hmm. self-hatred. Mm-hmm. And I just carried it over into my marriage. Yeah. And I didn't have the, like, vocabulary or understanding of, like, this is the first time we're doing something. Mm-hmm. So instead of saying, like, I don't know how to be married or I don't know how to communicate properly, mm-hmm. I turned in and I said, something must be wrong with me. Mm-hmm. Like, I better fix these things about me, instead of saying, hey, like, I don't even know what my needs are. Like, let's go non-judgmentally explore what my needs are, mm-hmm. and then bring this to my partner and say, these are my needs. Yeah. So unfortunately, I wish I could go back and redo a lot of things about my marriage. Learning in hindsight, I feel like my mind has changed a bunch, but long story short, I just got really, really stuck, and I just didn't know how to continue on. I think I backed myself so heavily into this tiny corner mm-hmm. that, like, I didn't know who I was. My husband didn't know who I was. And there was, no matter how much therapy I did, no matter how many of these new techniques, things I tried, I just was so backed into a corner that I, like, looked in the mirror one day and I'm like, she's gone. Like, Ciaran is not in there. Like, she's not home. Mm-hmm. Like I became shy. I became isolated. Like, some of my greatest strengths were not even in the picture. Mm-hmm. Like isolated, depressed, OCD, like, so bad. Mm-hmm. And there just became a point where I just said, like, I cannot do this anymore.
Is that when you started, because you've talked a lot about, like, how therapy's really helped you, is that when you were like, okay, I need to go talk to someone?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I feel like, okay, I guess maybe the, like, snapping point where I was mm-hmm. like, this has got to change, was the turning point when I was married. Was we were trying to get pregnant, and every month that I wasn't getting pregnant, I was relieved. Mm-hmm. And that was like okay, like, I'm clearly on the wrong path. Mm-hmm. Like, and regardless of how things went in my marriage, I just didn't have the tools to function properly at the time, and it ended up just, like, crumbling under my feet. Mm-hmm. And so, unfortunately, in my situation, there was, like, a breaking point where I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, there were repeated patterns. I think every marriage has repeated patterns, repeated things, repeated arguments, repeated hardships. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of, like, snapped one day, and I said, like, I can't do this anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I was such a people pleaser, which, being a people pleaser isn't always being nice. It's not being a burden, mm-hmm. and not speaking up when you need something. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that breeds, like, a lot of resentment. Mm-hmm. And I realized that I had let some patterns go on for far too long without mm-hmm. sticking up for myself. And I realized I don't even know how to stick up for myself. Mm-hmm. And so there came that point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this is not working. I've tried for this many years to, like, uphold this, like, sacred covenant of the temple, even though I knew in my heart that I was, like, progressing down the path that wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I just, like, let myself truly die for the sake of keeping this promise mm-hmm. that I made with God. And now I feel like I got divorced. I felt so bad for so long. Like, I felt so bad. Even when I got divorced, I still was, like, living in this, like, shame cycle. Like, I broke up my family. I am not worthy of love. I'm not capable of love. I'm not, like, capable of, like, this basic human thing. Mm-hmm. And then like the turning point for a lot of things, and this is so random, but the thing that started me back to like being on the right track, I was shooting one of my friend's weddings. It actually wasn't even supposed to be me that shot the wedding. I was brought on very last second as a second shooter, and it was for the Santiago family. And this lady, I love her. She doesn't even know me. I went on a couple dates with her son in high school, and she made me feel so loved. Her name's Stephanie Santiago. Okay. And she walked up to me during the wedding, and she goes, I just need you to know that this was part of your path. Like, you're not broken. You're not a bad person. Like, you're not a sinner. Like, this was part of your path, and like the rest of your life is going to be amazing. And like my whole brain changed. I'm like, someone that I looked up to that was within this church believed in me after I did the worst thing that I could do. Like going back to OCD, like everything was like centered around like doing this one thing properly, and I totally blew it up and totally hated myself for doing that. And she looks at me, like I think she literally grabbed my hand and she's like, I want you to know that this is part of your plan. Like, this is absolutely part of your thing. And my whole brain chemistry changed. And like through therapy, I understood, okay, I have been living my whole life as why me? Why is this happening to me? And like she kind of helped me reframe just like from that, like, wait, I can have a good life. Like this was maybe part of my plan. And I switched from why me to why not me? Like, why can't I be happy and joyful and sparkly and glowy and be a great mom and be a great business owner and be a great wife? Like, why can't I have that? And I just like totally I like just have done like a ton of mental work in like trying to switch this like, woe is me, why is this my life, to I actually am fully able to create the life of my dreams. And like that is available to me.
That's so cool. I mean, you can tell. You can tell when people, you know, have just a light, which you do. And I feel like the fact that you're able to talk about it the way that you are, and just the fact that it's so visible, shows how much healing you've done and how much work you've put into that healing. And it's just so cool to see. Also so cool that she was able to shift your mindset, and just that changed your trajectory so much, to think of something not as a failure but as something that actually is helping to make you who you are today.
Yeah, like this is always part of your journey. Like maybe you couldn't have learned these things.
Right. Like you wouldn't be you. Yes, there was the Ciaran before that I'm sure was so amazing, but you're even more amazing now because you had to do that work and you had to really realize who you are and what you had lost.
Yes.
And that is so cool. I feel like one of my goals in life is to try and be Stephanie. Was that her name?
Yes, she's the best.
To be one of those people for others that thinks that way and helps others see their reality in a more positive light. She sounds really amazing. I think, too, it's hard, especially as a mom and especially as someone who's just trying to uphold anything like a marriage, like you mentioned. Yes. It's hard to choose yourself, right?
Yes.
And I never want it to come across like I'm saying that, you know, we should choose ourselves in a selfish way, but I preach a lot about choosing ourselves, but it's that same idea that you hear over and over of like, how can you love other people unless you're really loving yourself and really know yourself? And that's something that I've found in my life, where I just feel like I was loving my kids and my husband in such a limited way. And now I'm able, because I feel like finally like fully authentic in my own life, I'm able to love in such a different way. Have you felt like that, especially like with Scout?
Yes, I think like one of the hardest parts of motherhood, it's the same thing as what I was saying about missionaries. We're all just winging it. We all are just trying to do what freaking the next door neighbor is doing.
Absolutely.
We're all trying to be the best that we can be, but also our expectations for ourselves, especially as moms are so unreasonably high. It's not even funny.
Yep.
And I feel like this is something that was a big shift for me too. I understood that I had this experience where I was looking at all these other people and I'm like, God, why didn't you give me this talent? Like, she's so poised and well spoken, or she has her emotions on lock, or she's such a present mom, or she's really good at making dinner, or this person is good at juggling life and being a mom and she doesn't look like she's overwhelmed. Like, why couldn't you give me those things? And I had this very clear impression, and it was God literally saying, how dare you? How dare you minimize the gift that I have given you? These are all of your best qualities, and you're sitting here asking to have her best qualities. She needs your best qualities. She's sitting over there asking for your qualities.
Yeah.
And the more you're minimizing, hiding, being ashamed of your qualities, changing who you are, I can't even use you to bless lives of other people. I can't bless your life, and you can't bless other people's if you're literally hiding all of your talents, your gifts, your personality traits. And that was like I was like, wow, how I have these amazing gifts. I'm outgoing. One of my biggest talents is being like, being someone that can walk into a room and make anyone feel like they've been my friend for a long time. Being a community builder, like that's something that I was so good at. And since I was spending so much time trying to be like someone else, I completely lost my ability to speak to other people. And like, I feel like that has been like the biggest shift for me is, hold on, when I have my head down and I'm really working on amplifying these incredible personality traits that I have, granted, we can always take some more and learn some extra things, but let's not throw our own light in the trash. And so when I decided, okay, like the fun, goofy Ciaran, who's kind of spazzy, who says a lot of dumb stuff, like that is the me that I really like.
And she's enough. And
I'm going to pretend, I'm going to fake it till I make it. I'm going to go and be crazy around everyone I know. And I'm going to go out of my way to speak to everybody I know so that they know I'm their best friend. Because I didn't feel like I had any friends. I said, why me? Why am I not getting invited on the group trips? Why me? Why have I not had a solid group of friends? And when I understood, wait, like I am in control of my life. Why not me? Why not? Oh, okay. All I have to do is reach out to a couple of friends and say, hi, I want to be your friend. Do you want to go to dinner? Hey, I'm putting together, like I became the community that I was begging myself to have.
It's a life-changing mindset.
Yes.
And without like spare the cliches, but have you read the Let Them theory?
No, but I've heard about it. Mel Robbins, we love her.
We love Mel.
Right?
Mel's
it is Mel. Okay.
Yeah, it's Mel. We love Mel. But that book gave me that mindset where I was able to completely shift it to, okay, first off, I don't care what other people's opinions are, what other people are even up to.
Yes, you can't.
This is my life.
Yeah.
And what can I do to truly be myself and use that to better my life and the lives of those around me? Another thing that you touched on, and I love this so much, is that you are exactly what your daughter needs. And I believe she literally chose you to be her mom. And how beautiful that you were able to realize oh my gosh, these things that I'm holding back. And I feel that we all do that. You know, I remember being younger and thinking that like the sass that I have inside of me, I wanted everyone to think I'm nice.
Yes. Is brat a trigger word for you?
Oh, I mean, if you ask any family, like I am known in my family for that fire, right? But I didn't want people to know me as the sassy girl. I wanted people to know me as the nice girl.
Yeah, but guess what? The sassy girl is the high value woman who asks for exactly what she needs. And it's not sassy. That's asking for your needs to be met.
And the woman you want your daughter or your child, your son, your children to see, right? I want them to see that fire because they have it. And like we talked about before, our kids have that. And I think that will benefit them greatly. And I don't want to ever make them feel like that's not a good thing.
No, 100%. I think something about, I had a lot of guilt about the first couple years of Scout's life. Like, I really brought her into this life as, like, honestly, like, the worst version of myself. And I was so sad that that was the mom that she got. And I had an experience where in my head, there's, like, this contract that you read before you get to Earth. And it's like, this is what your life's going to be like, Scout. In the first couple of years, like, your life's going to be really hard. You're going to have a broken family. And that's sad. Mm-hmm. You're going to have a mom who's not herself. And because she's so up to here and so unable to manage and, like, deal with, like, my emotions. Like, unable to deal with, like, things that I just kept buried and kept burying and kept burying. She's going to be not, like, the mom you need. Mm-hmm. But if you're okay with those couple first years, you are going to have the best mom. You're going to have the best mom that's going to help like, Scout is my mini-me. She's very similar to me personality-wise. She's my bestie girl. Yeah. She's so fun. And had I not been through what I went through, had I not completely radically shifted my life, I wouldn't have been able to show Scouty and learn some really hard lessons that were able to show her, like, actually, like, your fire energizes people. Your spark, yes, we have to harness it. Yes, we have to learn how to be a line leader and how to take our turn and how to be a good friend. Yeah. But had I not been through what I've been through, I would not have been able to have the tools myself to teach her how to be a loving leader, how to make other people, other women feel loved, how to value friendships. Because guess what? Weddings, like, your husband doesn't help with the weddings, your girlfriends help with the weddings.
Well, and that's what life's about. I feel like the older I get, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very intentional about the people in my life, and I'm very intentional especially about the people close to me. But I also, the older I get, I just want as many people in my life as I can have. Yeah. I want more people to love and be loved by. And I think how you do that is exactly what you're doing, where you share your ups and your downs, and you're willing to own that, and you're willing to know, hey, I don't consider that a negative anymore. That has become a positive now because I can use it to bring these people into my life. And now you are as authentic you as you ever will be. And so people now can actually love you in the most authentic way. Yes. Right? Because you're you. You're being exactly who you are.
Yes. The second I decided, like this is a clean slate. Like, I am going to go and I'm going to show up in the world exactly how I feel the best, most authentic version of myself. Mm-hmm. And honestly, my glow up, a lot of it has come on from the inside. Mm-hmm. Like, the second I realized, like, wait, actually, like, these things that I used to think were my biggest weaknesses are my biggest strengths. Yep. Why am I living a life of having a hard time with finances, switched it to, why not me? Why not build an incredible life with incredible friendships and an incredible community and heck, like an incredible financial situation so that I can be that Stephanie Santiago for other people. So that my people can come into my home. It was like a 20-minute conversation that I had with her growing up in high school. And what she said to me stuck with me. And every time I've seen her since, it is, I don't know if she's like some sort of like magical angel that she was put
the
on
way
earth
that she made you feel, you remembered forever.
Yes.
And like, what are we here for if that's not it?
Yes. And she made me feel like I was the only person in the room. She had 8 kids running around, and I came to her home and she made me feel special.
That's amazing.
And that has been like my biggest like I guess like mission project, like build a community and be the kind of person that's first of all safe enough, regulated enough, has my ducks in a row well enough that I can help Scouty be her best and see her best and feel loved and hone her greatest talents into her best like successes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's like the goal. Like, and ever since I've been operating out of why not me? Like these things that I used to like harp on myself for, being loud, wanting a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, why not me?
It's not bad. None of those things. And I think too, I used to look at different friends growing up, and I remember wondering why I felt like I wasn't sometimes as valued, right, as a friend.
Yeah.
That I felt I should be. And taking a step back, when you're not being yourself, people don't get to love you in a way that they truly, like, deeply can appreciate you. So the second that I started finding myself and then those relationships grew in a different way, I feel like now people do appreciate me more because they're actually getting to see the love and the true side of me that my friends from years ago didn't even get to know. And I do feel like now there's this like mutual love and appreciation in my relationships that I never ever had before.
That's so true. And it's a big, it's kind of an energetic change. Like this whole switch, like you might have had a lot of friends back then, but like, were they your friends? Did they know you? Did you have that lifelong connection? Like,
right.
When you show up fully as yourself, guess what? A lot of people aren't going to like you.
Yeah, but cool. That's fine.
Like when I realized, like, yeah, me being like rowdy, yeah, it's going to put some people off. Me being confident, girl, being confident sometimes is like the best way to put a target on your back.
Yes, it's intimidating, but then those aren't your people.
And they're your people for life. They are your people forever. And they love you for exactly who you are.
Yep.
And also within that, there's also a lot of room to learn how to be a good friend on top of that. Like, I didn't even know how to do that.
Nope,
I'm like, why don't I have a good friend group? Well, have you ever learned how to like solve conflict?
Yeah.
No. Why am I not getting invited on a group trip? Well, have you ever put together a group trip?
Yeah, it all makes sense. No, I'm right there.
Oh, so like you're saying that I could have a friend group. All I have to do is do some initiation. And like there's like some push and pull, and you'll find other people who push and pull with you.
Right.
Wow.
And a lot of this is actually on me. I didn't realize.
Yes.
I was the same. It's like victim mentality, right?
Yes.
I just don't get it. Why don't I have that?
No, my Provo princess girl coming right back. Why aren't you guys pouring into me? I don't know how to pour into you.
It's an amazing shift, and it changes everything. I also feel like something I talk about a lot, harp on it a lot, but it's hobbies. Like, yes. I didn't have anything for me. I just thought everyone had these things, and it was like so silly of me to think that they never had to like try to get them.
They just had this magical hobby coming down.
And so the second that I stopped caring if I looked dumb, and I just went out and I started trying to find things that lit me up, that helped me a lot. And it's also just like sacred time for yourself that I think is really important. I don't think you can fully give to others and your family, especially if you're not getting some time where you're just doing things that are for just you.
Yeah.
So I love that you've also touched on a few different things, but will you share with us the things that kind of helped you feel like you again?
100%. And I'm right there with you in the trying the hobby things. Okay, so I have a friend, Becca, and I actually feel like she balances motherhood, like marriage, and like having her own life, like a good friendship, social circle.
Yeah.
And she like the couple months before I got divorced, she started inviting me to Zumba, and I was like, this is so embarrassing. I have no rhythm. I literally am sitting here trying to twerk like don't even know what's going on.
Stop it! I've seen your moves.
She's the only other blonde. Yes. She's the only other like white person in this room. Like, like she's like she married this Chilean guy. And she's just, like, in her Latin, like, girl energy. And I love it. But I went, and for, like, a couple weeks, I was like, I look pretty freaking dumb right now. I look really dumb. But she kind of, like, changed something. I'm like, wait, like, this is her thing. Mm-hmm. So I started doing, like, a lot of weird stuff. Like, I remember going to, like, Vasa at, like, 8 o'clock at night on a Tuesday alone to do a dirty dancing class. And I'm like, I've never dirty danced in my life. There's no part of me that feels like sexy at all. And I was like, I'll try it. Loved it.
Yes.
Like, I had for sure some trial and error, but I picked up tennis with some of my friends. And
I love your tennis journey.
We love tennis.
Yeah. I love that you go and make time and make that part of your life and you play tennis. I love it.
Yes.
Tennis. Did you grow up playing it at all?
No.
So that's literally something you've started since this journey.
Yes. I think my first lesson actually was like one of like the triggers for my divorce, which is for sure a story for another time. Mm-hmm. But I was doing it with my ex-husband's stepsister.
Okay.
And to this day, she's still my doubles partner. She's still like her and her sister are like some of my best friends. Mm-hmm. I see them multiple times a week. Yeah. But we started playing tennis and we joined a league and there's like clinics and like I'm like kind of the person to self-isolate. When I'm struggling, I just like I remember being a little kid and my mom being like, yeah, like we would be like looking around and like wonder where Ciaran was. And she, from the age of 2 years old, I was putting myself to sleep. Yeah. My parents were just so busy that like I knew how to take care of myself. Mm-hmm. And when I was maybe struggling, I isolated. Mm-hmm. And so tennis forced me to not isolate in the darkest time of my life. Like you're completely working your whole identity post-divorce. Like I was married. I was this person's wife. Yeah. You know? Mm-hmm. And so tennis really helped me show up when I didn't want to. Mm-hmm. And these women, I feel like I've made women, like friends with women who are younger than me and who are 40 years older than me. And they've become some of my most like cherished friends. Mm-hmm. Because like no matter what stage of life we're in, they all have experiences that we're able to. I just remember walking and sometimes like eyes brimming, you know, like having a hard day.
Really hard day. Mm-hmm.
And they would take one look at me and give me a hug and like just pour into me and say like, this was my experience. This is my experience. Like hang in there, girl. Like you're like on the right track. Mm-hmm. And having those women, they literally saved me in some of the hardest times. Like just having them like buoy me up and like, I don't think I could have survived my divorce had I not had
exactly where you needed to be.
Yeah, and they were new friends. Mm-hmm. They were new, but they were exactly who I needed.
I think there's such beauty too in I think it was one of your posts that I saw where you talked about, I think it was a bead night.
Yes.
Ciaran also loves beading. Look at her beautiful beads. They truly are so cute.
Thank you.
You talked about it was like one of the hardest days of your life and you didn't cancel bead night. Yes. And how that just like changed the whole day for you.
Yes.
I think that's so powerful because it is really easy to want to do things on our own, and when things are hard, to not want to share that. A lot of times, I think, at least for me, in my different trials throughout, I think sometimes you're a little bit embarrassed, or you're maybe not sure if others can relate. But the second that you put yourself out there, those are the kind of people that are going to find you and come into your life.
100%.
So I love that.
You posted something. I stalked you.
Thank you.
You posted something
Flattered.
like, you're like, this is why you don't have friends. Like, you're posting this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was something I like loved. You were like so blunt, and I was like, yes. Like, you speak the truth. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But something that you said was like, if you're canceling plans because you're not feeling 100%, or like if you're canceling plans because you need to put jeans on and it feels like a lot, unfortunately, like, those are the times that you need to put the jeans on. Like, those are probably the times that you probably will be fed the most by your friends.
Yeah.
And learning to be okay not showing up perfectly actually makes you a better friend, because it allows somebody else to come and show up not perfectly. Because when we show up with friends and we're always like one-upping each other, or when we're jealous of somebody else, like,
yes.
Keeping up with the Joneses here is so hard. Because Utah, I love the entrepreneurial spirit, but there are times and seasons where freaking people are killing it, and you're sitting here like, wow. So what have I accomplished? Yeah, see?
I know.
But like when you like, and honestly, like, being able to first of all, working properly on yourself, focusing on your own talents, showing up not perfectly, allows you to be really loved and really supported when you're winning. And I think that is like the thing that a lot of friendships, female friendships in general, are missing.
Yes.
We all just want to like show up with our perfect children, perfect packed lunches.
You do. You like, want to look perfect, and no one's life is. I don't care how perfect I know people talk about this all the time, but I don't care how perfect it looks. You don't know.
Yes.
You don't know.
Yes.
And I feel like I can talk about jealousy
for
hours.
Day. Well, it's just the best way to lose track of your own journey.
It is. And I feel like I'm a naturally jealous person.
Yes.
Truly. And I feel like people close to me, a lot of them may not see that or realize that, knowing me now, because I've worked really hard on it, because I feel like it really stunted my growth a lot. I feel like the best thing I did for myself was I started honestly forcing myself to be a hype girl for the women around me. The second I started getting a jealous thought at all, I was like, I'm going to text them and I'm going to tell them how proud I am of them.
Yes.
Whatever that win was for them, because that's when it's hard, is when other people are winning and you feel like you're not, or you feel like you don't know yourself.
Yes.
And they do, and they're winning and they're killing it. But that's also a way that I have formed the most beautiful relationships in my life, because those people know that I really am. I'm there for them through all of it.
Yes. And honestly, this is the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People quote, but there's not just one pie. Like, there's not just one opportunity. Just because they're killing it does not mean that you're not killing it. That's 0% what it means.
Yep.
I also saw this thing the other day that said, I think he was saying, he said, I was thinking about people who would show up for me in a hard time, and there was a lot. And I was thinking about people who would be happy for me in a good time, and I realized that those are my actual friends.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a lot of people that are happy to show up for you when you're maybe struggling.
Yes.
But when the people can really cheer for you and really be your best friend and like really be happy for your successes, those are the people that you hold on to and you never let go, and you make sure you reciprocate.
Yes. Because they love you, and if they're able to love you in that way, it's because they really love themselves.
100%.
And so there's someone that's able to do that. And I feel like at first it was kind of something that I was like, fake it till I make it.
No, you literally, I gaslight myself into being a hype girl. I literally gaslighted myself. I said, like, I feel like I'm fully a recovering pick-me. I was just a girl that wanted to be loved and did some dumb stuff. Like, maybe like not a girl's girl growing up. For sure I've done some, you know what I mean? I fear to admit.
We all have, but we are similar.
Yes.
And I really did. I faked it till now I can truly say I am that type girl. But I wasn't.
No.
And the best advice that I can give is to just do it until you really feel that that's coming naturally to you.
And you know what is so crazy about that? You probably learned your needs and became aware of your needs and was like, oh, like now that I know my own needs and know what I need from a friend, I actually am able to show up as that friend. But if you don't know yourself and you don't know what you need, how can you show up and be a hype girl for someone else if you don't even know what you would need from somebody else to feel hyped up and loved?
Cannot. Yeah.
Totally. I literally started saying, like, I'm a girl's girl. And I just did it until I was like, well, what would a girl's girl do in this situation? And I did it over and over and over again until it became natural.
And now you are. And it's also, like, so healing, I feel like, to truly feel like you are that person. Because all I'm focusing on is positives. I'm focusing on the positives in my life and in your life. I'm not thinking at all these like selfish thoughts. And it's amazing.
Those selfish thoughts are the fast track to isolation. I think about like, when you think about like femininity, I literally think about like villages of women raising each other's children, cooking each other meals, like how it used to be. Like you couldn't do all the things that we are asked to do solo as moms now.
No, there's a reason village.
Yes.
The word village is used.
And so like the whole most healthy like version of Ciaran is like in that community, planning weddings, showing up for birthday lunches, like remembering. I suck at remembering birthdays, but like remembering in my best capacities and talents how to make somebody else feel loved.
Yes, carrying their baby for them when you can tell they need a second. It's like the little things, but it's really not little.
Yes.
It's because it's showing how you show up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
it's amazing.
And like jealousy and not being girls is the fast track to isolate yourself and ice yourself out. Nobody's kicking you out.
Yeah, absolutely. But
feeling like you're not good enough or you're not worthy to be in the group or da-da-da-da-da.
That's you. Not them.
I don't make money like this person, or I don't do this like this person, or I don't do this. Not realizing I have these gifts and I'm going to work on these gifts so I can contribute better is the best way to be sad and lonely and isolated. And I feel like that like pulls you into like this like masculine, like not like soft. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I love that so much. And I love that you related it to femininity because that's part of motherhood. And, you know, I talk a lot about motherhood. And I think because it's such a beautiful thing and it's something that comes naturally to us as women, but also cannot and can be really hard. And so I love being able to see that is something that's like in all of us.
Yeah.
You know, as women.
On that same note, I was just thinking this. As a mom, is it really hard for you to ask for help?
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous because I know that I can.
When somebody asks you to help, are you stoked?
Oh
my gosh, yes. Let me throw everything out of the way and help you.
Yes, I love it. Yes, there's nothing I love more than being able to take my friends' kids for the day or do whatever they need at that moment because you know what it's like to be a mom or a friend, or you know what it's like when someone does that for you.
Yes. And you know what it's like to have a hard season. Like I don't know what has happened like in terms like of like just motherhood recently, but feeling like a burden for asking for something. There are so many people, if your cup's at 20 and someone else is at 80, they are ecstatic to be asked
for sure
to help. Because that means you thought of me in a way that could serve you. And that actually boosts my confidence. But
thank you for thinking of me.
Yes.
Like, I'm so glad that you knew you could call me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And times and seasons, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you just had a baby, I'm not calling you to watch Scout for 20 minutes, you know?
Right.
But
I hope you know you can call me, because I know that you're not sleeping and you're adjusting and your toddler is adjusting and it's hard.
Yes.
And you're going to get back to thriving.
Yes.
But right now you may not be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going back to like the isolation, the jealousy, like the more we're like stuck and like feeling like we're a burden to other people, actually the harder it is to like break that. Like the more you reach out and ask for help and willingly give help, not even from friends, but like from like your partner, and say like, this is one way that you could serve me that would feel really good. Guess what? That helps you and it helps them. Oh my gosh, I can do something for you. Like, I can make your life easier. Oh, and you thought of me.
Yeah, you can relate that to like every relationship in your life, not just fellow mom friends.
Yes. I don't know how we got in that spot with motherhood, but like,
yeah, why is that a thing?
I don't know, but
because
honestly,
truly, you think
call
of
me.
like
let me help you.
Civilizations, and it's true, they were like, seriously, they were all mothers to each other's children, like, essentially, because they loved each other in that way, and they let the other ones show up for them when they couldn't. And I mean, what's better than that? That's the community we all want, and we're all asking, if we don't have that, why we don't have it.
Yes. And why are we looking for that in one person or in one friend or being somebody's, I don't know, you have multiple kids. I only have one kid, but like, there are things that you can say that probably will fall on deaf ears, but if your husband says it, just because of the different relationships, we need communities, because we're all so stuck and sad because we're asking to be somebody's everything.
Yeah.
Like, the mantle that we've created in like isolation is so unattainable. No wonder we're all mentally not doing well. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's true. And I like, there was no better thing you could bring up, because I also have such an emphasis in like my social media in communities, because I have felt that value in my life. And it makes me so sad to think that there are moms even like next door that I don't know about that aren't getting to experience that.
Yeah.
They're not getting to feel what a community, a village feels like. And I want that for them.
Yeah. I really feel like that's like my whole glow up has been learning how to feel my emotions, get to the bottom of these problems that I'm having within myself, and then willing and going out of my way to find people who love me regardless of those downfalls, of those hard moments, who love me through hard seasons of life. Yeah. And honestly, it feels like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate. Like, how could I possibly take on more friendships right now? But it's so opposite. You know what? When someone comes to you and says, I'm struggling, you don't have to slap band-aids on things. You don't have to like live over here and fix it. Literally, in my hardest times since being divorced, I have like 2 or 3 friends who have let me call and cry and have my feelings be so hurt, or unpack trauma, or like, I don't know, like buoy me, and all they have to say is, I'm so sorry, let me give you a hug.
Yes, you just want to be seen.
Yes.
You want to be heard.
It's not hard.
No.
It like there's like this 8-minute rule. Like, sometimes, like, if you're struggling, a friend can reach out, and it only takes 8 minutes to feel like heard and to feel essentially regulated after a hard day, a hard life event. And a listening ear for 8 minutes is all you need. And sometimes people just need to vent, or just to say like, is my experience valid?
Well, what's 8 minutes? It's nothing.
Yeah. So honestly, like, I just feel like being able to change that. Like, I don't have to like be giving and maybe this is where I went wrong. I felt like in order to have friends, I had to just be giving all my cards away all the time. Let me show you that I'm worthy of being your friend. Let me show you that I'm a good friend. Like, let me buy your love.
Serve.
Yes, yes. And actually that, like, kind of repulses people because they're like, I can't do that. Like, I don't have that place for you.
Yeah.
But when you're in the middle and you're like, I'm not showing up as my best self today. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me out? It gives them the opportunity to say, I'm not showing up as my best self. And guess what? The push and pull is so healthy. And the more I learn that with friends, the more prepared I feel to actually, like, have the courage to do the relationship thing again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Seriously, so many things you just said are my thoughts, like, spoken so beautifully. So I'm so grateful. I feel like the only thing left that I want to ask you is, what would you tell a fellow woman, a fellow mom that is going through something really hard, or maybe specifically divorce, something that you've gone through and they feel like they've lost themselves? What would you tell them? Like, what are your first things that you would advise them to do to find themselves again?
Yeah, that's a really good one. I feel like I have a handful of things that I want to say, but address your shame. You're not a burden. Being able to express what you need should be heard. And maybe take a lot of time to get to know yourself, and know what you need. Because I feel like a lot of times we're, like, kind of catapulted through life not really knowing ourselves and, like, not taking that time. It's really scary to get to know yourself. I think, like, the whole basis behind my OCD was, like, fear of finding out that I was actually a bad person. And the more I leaned into shame and seeing where it came from, the more I understood where those mean thoughts in my head that were coming at full force 100% of the time were coming from, the more I was able to, like, rewrite that story. Also, get the proper help. I feel like I had really, really bad ADHD and OCD. And I unfortunately, the experience that I had was told by multiple people to just tough it out. And guess what? If your brain is lacking freaking chemicals, guess what? Life is going to be really hard.
Not possible.
And, like...
And it's okay.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Get medicine. Get feeling better.
Oh my gosh, there's nothing that made me need medicine for my anxiety more than having babies.
And why are we having shame over that? Why are we having to hide the fact that, like, this thing is helping me?
Like, what a blessing that now we have the ability to do the research and know, oh, you actually can feel really good if you do these. Like, that's such a blessing.
100%.
So I love that.
Getting on medicine for me was also a lot of what brought my life back, because unfortunately some of those patterns and habits that we have when we're trying to cope with literally body malfunction, we don't have the same food that we used to have. We don't have the same ability to be outside all day and get the nutrients we need. Like, understanding that I am not broken or inherently bad because I need medicine to function properly, changed everything for me. And I struggled with OCD. I was like, OCD, this is so bad, this is so bad, this is so bad. When I understood that actually the driving factor behind my inability to get help for OCD was ADHD. Like, people talk about ADHD as having, like, 40 tabs open and talking in your head at the same time. How can you get over one scary thought and focus on one scary thought or one scary OCD compulsion when there's 50 other screaming at you at the top of their lungs? Like, I feel like a lot of a big contributor to my glow up was, like, learning emotional regulation skills too. Like, I have you ever almost backed into something and, like, like your whole body, like, goes, like, and you, like, kind of hear buzzy?
Yes.
When I met you, when I was, you know, in just, like, the thick of it, I felt that way for 3 years. No breaks. No breaks. Straight panic. Like,
makes me feel for you so much, especially seeing you now, because that's not the life you're living now, and I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. That was one of the questions you asked too, was you're a lot happier now than you ever were when you were married.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it wasn't marriage.
No, right.
It was shame.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do this. And instead of saying, oh, like, today's the first day that you've ever experienced today, so why don't we figure this out? Let's walk along and, like, learn and, like, problem solve. I was like, why haven't I figured this out?
Yeah.
So I, like, had this, like, huge shame cycle on top of emotional dysregulation and just, like, not knowing how to feel safe or process emotions. Mm-hmm. And once I learned, first of all, a piece of advice I would give is get safe. Get in a spot where you can feel like you can emotionally regulate. And unfortunately, that costs a big relationship in my life to know that maybe I don't feel emotionally regulated about this person, and it's nothing wrong with him. It's just maybe he just wasn't my person and I never felt home. Mm-hmm. So that was a big thing. And then from there, continuing to walk down the path of, this is the first time I've done this. I don't need to feel shame for X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. Like, the more I learn about myself, the more I am open to, oh wow, like, I really messed up here. I didn't show up properly here. I'm not a bad person for not showing up properly. I just didn't know better. Mm-hmm. And every day I look at, like, I continue saying, oh, I didn't know that. There's probably something more to learn here, rather than I'm a bad person because I didn't know this thing. Yeah. Has completely changed my life. Mm-hmm. And also, going back to this, why not me? Like, that has been, like, my, like, motto. Like, it's, oh no, that just turned off. Is that okay? Have we been yapping for way long?
Like, I don't.
We're down to one camera.
Wait, is there one camera going on?
That one, yeah. It's still red.
That's good.
We'll just go. Yeah, we'll go. I'm the star now.
No, you
just
finish
kidding.
it. Yeah, no, that's perfect.
I'll wrap it up quick. But why not me? Like, the whole let them theory. Like,
yes.
The more I gave up controlling other people, I was so controlling before, but I just wanted to feel safe, and that's how I thought I would feel safe. The more I give that up and understand I am in control, I am the driver. If I want something, if you want to stay at the most incredible resorts, if you want the access to the most beautiful things in life, if you want great community, a great marriage, why not? Like, why not me? The more you sit in the why me, like, the more you, like, lose yourself, because there's no opportunity for action there.
Yep.
And so I guess my biggest pieces of advice are, don't be ashamed of taking care of yourself, because your children will see you taking care of yourself and you focusing on your talents and your light, and they'll be like, wow, like, my mom lived outside of me and I respect her for this. Mm-hmm. And I can live outside of other people and still be a really good person for those people.
Yes. And
take care of your body. Do the thing. Mm-hmm. Do the medication.
Yep.
Like, I was binge eating really bad because I just, like, that was how I was, like, emotionally regulating. Yeah. Because I wasn't dealing with my emotions. Mm-hmm. So that's how, like, my body changed. Pick hobbies that are good for your mind. Mm-hmm. Creative people. I don't know. You were a dancer. You're, like, a creative girl. I feel like creative people, the more time they spend away from being creative, you're still creative. You're just creating worst case scenarios. Mm-hmm. So find something that lights you up that you can be creative with. Yep. That will fill your cup, because your creative mind's going to do what it wants anyway, so you might as well lead it in the right direction.
It's only going to help you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just so grateful to you. Everything you said, everything that you've been through, that you're just willing to share so openly. That's not an easy thing to do. So I learned so much from you. I'm so excited for people to hear this and get to learn from you as well.
Thank you.
Just thank you for being here.
Of course. Really. It was so fun.
You're amazing, and it's been so cool to get to know this version of you. So anyway, please like, subscribe, and we can't wait to hear what you think of all that we talked about today.